Burke, we've lost contact with the colony on LV-426. Take Gorman and his team to investigate. We don't want anyone to learn that the company has deliberately infected colonists in order to smuggle alien specimens past ICC quarantine.
Yes, sir.
It's imperative that you get Ripley to trust you. She's familiar with the xenomorph, and we may need her help to bring one out alive.
Understood.
All right, understand this. The Bioweapons Division had orders to eliminate anyone who attempts to interfere. Obviously, they won't be aware of your team's mission.
Good luck, Ripley.
Accessing computer system. Security codes. We're in. Stay frosty, people.
So here we go with a game from what I would define as 20th Century Fox's and Acclaim, strangely, are both attached to this game. What I would call their kind of golden era. I like those difficulty names. Acid Rain, Rage and Terror, Xenomania. Just going to remind myself of the controls for a second. Yeah, at the time, I always thought this was kind of a cheap clone of Doom. And in some ways it is, but that's a very reductionist way of looking at things. I actually think this game is pretty damn good for what it is. This game came out in '96, so this is really early Sega Saturn, PlayStation era. The PlayStation 1 port of Doom will have come out. I think the Sega Saturn version of Doom, which was crap anyway, I don't think that was out at the time. So in terms of first-person shooters on those platforms, you didn't have a lot of choice. But this game is pretty damn good. I think the strange thing is that if you look at the era of games that this came out, I think 20th Century Fox was putting out some interesting games. They just put out, this game, Alien 3, which we looked at previously, and then they went on to put out things like Die Hard Trilogy, which again was Probe Entertainment, which I think is that's a PlayStation 1 classic in my books. But this game as well, this lives up with kind of the PlayStation version of Doom, of games that people genuinely loved. So it's kind of interesting now to go back and revisit it, because it is effectively just a Doom clone, but it's got a real atmosphere to it, which is something that, as console games especially, couldn't really do at the time. Auto mapper. How am I going to map up? Is that a start button thing? Oh, there you go. There's the map. So I've got the ability to go and turn on switches. I've got the ability to shoot. Got different weapons eventually. All your favourite monsters from the Alien franchise are here, including the Xenomorph. And yeah, it was. I think Acclaim. It was probably their swan song era, because they died in the kind of PS2 era. But I always kind of think of them, if I think of Acclaim, I think of kind of late Mega Drive, early PlayStation as being the time when they put out both their best and worst games. Alright, let's try the shotgun. Because you think about, late 90s, they were putting out stuff like this, but they were also putting out games like, didn't they put the Crow game out on the PlayStation? And they put out, I want to say they also were responsible for, were they responsible for Fantastic Four and some of that crap that came out? Don't know, we'll get to those, because they're both licensed. Well, I'm looking forward to trying to find a copy of The Crow, Jesus. So yeah, I think by today's standards, you look at this and think, Yeah, Alien Isolation's kind of a masterpiece compared to this. And yeah, in some ways it is, but I think you have to remember in 1996, horror games outside of the PC were still quite, still very novel. The concept of a grown-up first-person shooter on a console, still quite refreshing. And Doom, the PlayStation version of Doom has its fans, and I think most of those people were probably people who didn't get to play it on PC, or maybe had it on the SNES, and the SNES version of Doom is nothing like the PlayStation version in terms of technicality and how that game looks. But it did look a little bit dated by the time it came out there. I mean, it was still, if you'd gone from having a Mega Drive to having a PlayStation, you'd probably have been blown away by the graphics in Doom anyway. But by the time you get to something like Alien Trilogy, I think you start to see the hardware showing off what it can do. I know the Sega Saturn, anytime you would go look at the used section of the Sega Saturn game or electronics boutique or the your retailer of choice at the time, they had a lot of copies of Alien Trilogy. It was a very common one. I do quite like this radar. It gives you kind of a rough idea of there's a head crab down there. I've also managed so far to avoid being having my face crawled on by a head crab. Which is head crab? Am I mixing my Half-Life 2 with my aliens? It's a bad move. I've also just backtracked right back to the start of the level, which is good. They are quite labyrinthine levels. Not necessarily the first level. The first level's quite easy. It's just apparently I'm getting distracted talking about Fox Interactive and Acclaim. Right. So I haven't done a particularly great job of explaining what the hell's going on here. Got health in the top right. Got ammo in the bottom left. Got a weapon swap there. Something that auto mapper that essentially maps up the entire level. So I can see that I'm heading off to what looks like a dead end, which is probably the end of the level. Let's go find out together. I think there's a run in this game. Yeah, if you hold X. Oh. I think the impressive thing for me as well is that they managed to create a first-person shooter with some atmosphere. Because if I think about the two most recent Aliens games that I've played, Alien Isolation is nothing but mood, and I think it's that game. I didn't finish it, but I thought it was kind of brilliant at what it did. But you compare that with Aliens Colonial Marines, it has no interest in being moody or kind of scary or having any sort of tension whatsoever. It's really only interested with shooting aliens, which, to be honest, with this series I never really understood the fascination. Like, they've got good weapons and I see the appeal of Aliens, but I always thought Alien was the much more interesting offering just because it was so moody and so kind of gripping. I suppose shooting aliens in the face has its benefits. So I also say the last time I played this that you'd run out of ammo really easily, but I seem to be doing alright for ammo, so. Open that door. So there's kind of different level type. I mean, it is mainly a kind of Doom style maze that you want to get yourself out of, but there are other opportunities. There's kind of levels you have to beat in a certain amount of time. There you go, there's a giant head crab. Let me tell you, that was mildly terrifying back in 1996. Looks so primitive now. You also don't want to walk over enemies' corpses, especially the big guys, because their blood will hurt. Oh, I just need to stop using this shotgun on little enemies. Otherwise I'm going to make it to about level 3. Ah! The other thing I'd assume is that the PlayStation version, which funnily enough, I've never played the PlayStation version. I've only ever seen the Sega Saturn version. I'm not even sure if I've seen YouTube footage of the PS1 version. I assume it's the better looking of the two. Like all these games, like if you look at something like Die Hard Trilogy, the PS1 version is easily superior to the Sega Saturn version. You know, we're just kind of grateful that they actually ported it to the Sega Saturn at all. Because nobody really bothered unless it was a fighting game. And even then, they didn't really bring them over from Japan. Just kind of gave up on it. So you can also see if the door's locked, because it has little red lights up at the top left. Little subtle stuff like that. Like, design-wise, this game's really cool. I'm doing surprisingly well. I haven't lost much health yet. Of course, that's usually the death knell for anybody when they admit this. Oh, I'm doing okay. I haven't died yet or anything. That's just opened up that door. Well, it's a giant war room style pool table. Maybe it's ice hockey table. Oh shit. Yeah, you'll blow through some ammo pretty quickly. I'm actually doing okay for ammo, but certainly times before playing this, I have gotten to level 4 and thought, I've got no shotgun ammo whatsoever, and there's 4 giant aliens after me. Battery required. Okay, go find a battery then, I guess. That's just blinking things. Yeah, there you go. So if you walk over the alien blood corpse, you'll hurt a little bit, not much, but enough to matter. That's why you want to try and kill them in the corner, so they're easy to step round. Again, stop using the shotgun against the easy enemies. I've got 148 bullets for this pistol. So you'll also see, so from the menu, you can actually see that the map is not complete yet, but you can see where I've gone and where I haven't gone. So this door, yeah, this looks pretty good. Go down here. There's just looks like a big circle. Was that? Yeah, it was. They also appear to be Doom-styled sprites as opposed to polygons, because again, this is still very early. Well, the environments are 3D, so again, another plus on this compared to something like Doom. Avoid the smoke. Or can't I? Well, that hurts, so... Oh, it does stop eventually. And that's my auto mapper. Nice. The run button's handy for those sort of situations. The problem with the auto mapper now is I don't know where I've been and where I haven't been. Which is unfortunate. I'll look at the map, see if I can figure out where I haven't been. Oh, I see. So the red actually shows you on the map. I mean, it's very subtle from the colour on the TV, but you can sort of see the green and red. Ah! Doing that! Face huggers. Why I called them head crabs earlier. Half-Life. It's even just stuff like the music. It's got kind of a atmosphere to it, despite sounding a little bit like the Metal Gear Solid music. Is that red just showing me the barrels? Go back to the map. Yes, it is. So, if I go down here, what's that red thing in the corner? Is that more barrels? Can I shoot those over? Ah, I can. Yeah, but monsters come out of them, so He's got a little face on him, like a little pumpkin. Get back here! Where are you going? You put bullets in your face. I've already got 71 shotgun cartridges. Better save them. What am I missing? What's that green thing down there? Is that the way I'm going? Oh, I'll do. If I run, I can go fast. That door there. Did I pick up a battery and not notice? I mean, it's entirely possible. Where is the war room? Here it is. Battery required. I have missed something somewhere. I can't figure out where though. What's the mission say? Seismic survey charges. Is that what that wall's for? Ah! Oh! I shouldn't have stood right next to that. Battery? Flamethrower? I want the where's the flamethrower? Yes! Oh. Well, that was unfortunate. I was hoping that would last longer than 5 seconds. And that might be the first time I've seen the flamethrower in this game. That's still not the battery! Oh, bollocks. Must be another wall like that somewhere. That's turned on. There's just walls, doors even. These smoke. Does anybody really like smoke that you can't walk through in video games? It seems like a pain in the arse to me. Oh! I sod it. Got plenty of health. Plenty of health, not much time. It's down here. This is where I just got the flamethrower from. That light. Just me saying things. Yeah. Muttering to myself now as I desperately try and figure out the part of the level I've missed. You'd figure it'd be on the map somewhere. What's that red thing down there? Wrong way. Go back that way. One thing the map could use. I know the UI team for Alien Trilogy have probably moved on since creating this game, but the one thing I think it could use, a pointer on the map to tell you which direction you're walking in. That'd be quite handy. Like I say, it's a bit late. Right, okay, so it's down here. There's a red, sort of red icon. Oh. No, get away! You're like 16 pixels big. Oh, you are joking me. It was hidden in that crate? I can outrun you. Don't you even try. Where am I going? Back into the war room. Let's activate a door somewhere. I'm going to guess that's the door out of here. Or is it the door I couldn't open? I can't remember. I've done this level so damn long I can't remember what I was doing, why. That's just a flamethrower door. Was it the one by it was this one, wasn't it? No, that's the one I just went through. Literally just 5 seconds ago. I'm gonna guess it's down in that room where there was 2 doors I couldn't go through. Down here somewhere. Yeah, there's an alien here. And a lift. Yes, there we go. Well, that took far too long. Embarrassingly long, if I do say so myself. But never mind. I got all the secrets and all the mission. I don't know how you can beat it by saying, oh, I did 40% of the mission. I was going to be asked. Also worth mentioning, another password system, which is makes me feel very old. Yeah, here we go. So this is one of the missions that gives you a time limit. So you get 60 seconds to essentially get what you want. And it is like a supply mission, so I can fire my way through that secret door. But effectively in these sort of levels, you just want to run for the exit. Actually, I'm here early, so pick up as much crap as I can. Right, let's go.
Attention.
Nope, you don't get a chance to speak. I've got all the stuff I need. So yeah, these kind of mission briefs in between are quite nice. Just something to read while you're waiting for it to load. Especially the Sega Saturn one can be a little bit slow. Let's go. Oh, that 90 synth. There you go. So there's an actual guy. They're assholes because they've got guns. That's how we roll. He's firing at me and there's no sound coming out, which is quite impressive. Just making the mimes. I think I've alerted pretty much every enemy on the map at this point. What do you want me about armies of aliens coming after you? It doesn't take long to start throwing a lot of enemies at you. Level in particular, I need to go and power up every single thing I can find. Flamethrower fuel. How much have I got? 100. I need a battery. Let's just hit all the buttons. How many of these boxes am I going to have to blow up? Maybe it'd be easy just with a big... No, not really. You'd figure that would do more damage than just blow up 2 boxes. He's coming after me. Yeah, you blow through flamethrower fuel. Alright, no battery there. This is a bit much to ask them to put the battery in the same room as the door. Or the room adjacent. I'll say the pea shooter in this game really is a pea shooter. I feel pretty much helpless with this pistol. The shotgun pretty damn good. But how am I managed to get to a door that I can't open? Great. I have to go back up the way I came. So many head crabs. Ah, I missed the one power thing. Well, my health's not doing so great. Might be because I'm trying to run past the enemies rather than actually shoot them. Just when I see an alien in a room like this, I keep thinking, are they just what, sitting and having dinner? What are they doing? Still no battery. Yeah, those stim packs which recover 1 health feel very useless right now. 63 health in the red. Ooh, we gotta get another 2. I think back up to the smoke room. Okay, I don't want to go that way. What else was down here? There was some rooms off to the side. Oh, not another guy. Oh, swim pool. You know. Oops. Relaxing. I'd say thank God there's a ladder, because I don't think there's a jump button. Hey, a couple of med kits. Nice. I also don't like these switches you have to be head on to actually hit them. They wouldn't let me hit them at that sort of dodgy angle I was at previously. It really wants you to be kind of head on. Which is fine, I suppose. Oh. Also, I don't feel quite as able to avoid being shot by the enemies. The aliens are fine because you can sort of dodge and weave them. I feel with the guys, because you can't really see their bullets. The bullets go very fast. It's quite difficult to avoid getting shot by them. Yeah, take that, alien. Why are they hiding in boxes? One behind me, isn't there? Yeah. How am I going to hit that? I can't possibly hit that barrel. Without getting too close and killing myself. I'm going to have to waste the charge. Where's that gone? Oh. This is ridiculous. How am I going to... Fine. Ah! Usually admiring the wall. Steam valve closed. That's convenient. But now I can put that stupid thing up. Oh great. Another one of them. I feel like there's little face huggers. Oh, I got the battery as well. Nice. Are the lost souls from Doom of this game. Just the irritating enemy of which there are far too many, and you'll find yourself cursing them every time you see them. It's behind door number 2. Or is that my exit, maybe? Right, I got the battery, so I can do that. I'm going to guess that that has opened that door that I just couldn't open. Nope. Open a door in here? There are no doors in here? What did it open then? I thought it turned the steam valve off. End of level. Oh, I only did 87% of the mission. I have to go back and do the other 13% some other time. So yeah, that's Alien Trilogy. We could go on for a lot longer, but I'll stop. That's probably for the best. Retire all enemy life forms. Yeah, this game's cool. I think it hasn't necessarily stood the test of time, but then most first-person shooters that weren't Doom also haven't. I think if you compare this to stuff like Duke Nukem 3D, which would have been its PC contemporary at the time, I think Duke Nukem 3D is, it's a better game. The controls are a little bit fussy, but I've got a feeling that probably that's got more to do with the Sega Saturn controller, not necessarily the game. I imagine playing this on a PS1 pad is probably a lot easier. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting game. I like what they're going for with the visual design. I like what they're going for with the soundtrack. Maybe I should have held judgment until I saw this room. Is that a snake? Sorry, I'm allergic to snakes. What? Why is there a snake in the... I've changed my mind. I don't like this game anymore. Got random snakes. Again, it's another thing where I've just completely forgotten what happened in Alien. I don't remember there being snakes. Not even in Alien 3. But that's Alien Trilogy. I'm looking forward to looking at the next in the line, which wasn't Probe Entertainment, it was somebody else, but they made a game based on Alien Resurrection, which is a interesting little film. I'm sure we'll talk about when I manage to track down a copy of that game. But until then, go out and enjoy Alien Trilogy. It's good. Or just go watch Alien. Alien's pretty good.